President Obama has taken a historic stand on an issue that deeply divides the country. Mr. Obama is now the first sitting president to announce he supports same-sex marriage. The president made his remarks in an interview with Good Morning America's Robin Roberts.
Over the course of several years, as I talk to friends and family and neighbors, when I think about members of my own staff who are in incredibly committed monogamous relationships, same-sex relationships, who are raising kids together. When I think about those soldiers or airmen or Marines or sailors who are out there fighting on my behalf and yet feel constrained, even now that Don't Ask, Don't Tell is gone, because they're not able to commit themselves in a marriage. At a certain point, I've just concluded that for me personally, it is important for me to go ahead and affirm that I think same-sex couples should be able to get married.
Joining us now from Washington, D.C. is David Mark, senior editor for Politico. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. And to start out, how important was it for the president to voice his views on gay marriage?
This was kind of a festering issue for the White House. It's something that had been building for months, even years at this point. The big problem, the big challenge for the White House was not Republicans coming at President Obama. It was Democrats' own activist base. A lot of big donors to the Democratic Party, others who are very active in Democratic politics, feel very strongly about this, and they wanted the president to state how he feels. And I think after Vice President Joe Biden made his feelings known a few days ago, President Obama felt it was time to say his own piece on the issue, and he decided, and he sure made news when he did so.
Well, David, let's talk a little bit more about the timing of the president's announcement. You just mentioned Vice President Joe Biden saying he supports gay marriage. What about North Carolina passing its constitutional amendment defining a marriage as a union between a man and a woman? Did that play any part in this?
Clearly, the timing was not a coincidence. After all, the Democratic Convention is going to be held in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I think it was kind of a symbolic slap in the face to supporters of gay marriage. And I think that may have sped up the timetable. What we're hearing from the White House is that the president was going to make this decision publicly, announce it at some point before his official renomination in Charlotte. This may just have been quicker than he would have preferred, but they had to do it sometime. So it's probably actually pretty good set of timing on their part.
And David, what about his supporters? Is he alienating an important group of voters here?
Possibly. This whole idea of the political fallout is really a wild card. It's unknown. Certainly some of his most loyal supporters in the African American community, ministers, religious individuals, may not agree with the president. Whether they would actually vote against him for this reason remains to be seen. It's possible also some union workers, some older folks maybe who did not come into the voting pool in recent years might not like this decision. But the upside is that he could actually be increasing his voters among young people and others who do support gay marriage.
And David, several swing states have passed laws against same-sex marriage. How will the president's announcement impact his ability in these states come the general election?
This really is an unknown, just how much it's going to affect the president's campaign in these states, whether it's Ohio, Florida, Colorado, Nevada, any number of other places. It's entirely possible that it will alienate some voters there, but again, it may bring in new blood into the voting pool. It also has the effect of putting his rival, Mitt Romney, kind of off base. It's not what Mitt Romney really wants to be discussing right now, even though a lot of states have voted to ban gay marriage. This is not what Mitt Romney wanted to be running his campaign on. So now he is a bit on the defensive.
And David, one quick question. Will the Romney campaign use this at all? Can they have some advantage in this announcement?
I think it's unlikely because the states where it would play the best for the Romney campaign are almost certain to go Republican anyway. every time the Romney campaign were to bring this up, there could be some backlash as well. I think just yesterday we heard Mitt Romney have kind of muted remarks on this. He said, you know what, I do oppose gay marriage. I feel marriage is between a man and a woman. But he didn't sound very passionate about it. He kind of sounded like a guy who wanted to move off the subject matter as quickly as possible.
All right. Thank you, David, very much. A big development in campaign 2012. David Mark, senior editor for Politico. Thank you.
Thank you.